Today we're going to talk about how we develop the best program for our athletes and golfers. And if you're watching that and you're one of our athletes, it gives you a little bit more info into what we do. If you're not working with us and you're one of our athletes or somebody that might be interested in us, whether you're a high school and collegiate player who wants to take your game to the next level and continue to be as competitive as possible, or whether you are an adult, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 and beyond, that getting some aches and pains, want to continue to stay active, continue to feel good, gain back some lost distance, then also it's going to give you some insight into what we do. I'm James Ashcroft, I'm the owner and founder of Tour Physical Performance here in Easton, Massachusetts, where we help golfers of all ages feel better, move better, and play better. So we're going to talk today about kind of profiling our athletes, what we do to create the best programs for each of our players. So the first thing we do is an individualized approach. Whether we work with you in a one-on-one setting or a group setting, we're always assessing our golfers to get an idea of where they need to improve. So that starts with our general scan. How well are you moving, right? How are you moving from your neck, your shoulders, your back, your hips, your ankles? Figuring out where you're more limited from and how that may affect your golf swing, and create a program in place to get you moving better. For some golfers, a shoulder that moves too much might be a really good thing. For some, it might be not a great thing, depending on how they're swinging the club and some of the things they're working on with their coach. And you can put that for any part of the body in terms of how well it's moving, how stiff it is, potentially how strong it is, how weak it is. So, mobility scan, number one, we want to take you through mobility scan, see how well you're moving head to toe. Number two is that we like to look at sequencing. So, how well can you separate your upper body and your lower body? How well can you sequence and shift from upper body and bum? How well can you rotate? How well can you move the upper body independently of the lower body, and so forth? It gives us some insight in terms of how you may like the sequence, how much freedom you can create in terms of turning things off and turning things on. And then what we like to do is throw you on our 3D motion software, and I'll have it up here, I'm throwing stuff around, but then we can actually put you on 3D motion and look in real time how fast your hips are moving, how fast your upper back's moving, how well you're sequencing to start your transition, and how much speed you're creating. If there's any inefficiencies there, if there are things that are happening in your transition that may be affected by a body, right? So stiff hip or too much tension in your low back, or maybe a past back injury that's continuing holding you back. We go through our performance tests and physical tests, which are power and speed related tests. Throw medicine balls, jumping. For some of our older guys that might be squatting up and down, we'll put some sensors on you to figure out how fast you're moving and create some profiles for you. And that gets to my last point today, which I want to make is, are you strong? Are you weak? Are you strong and fast? Are you strong and slow? My last post, or one of my last videos, was about endurance, sprinting versus marathoners, and now we take that another level further. How strong are you relative to your weight? How strong are you relative to your age? So with our athletes, once we go through the medical stuff, the physical mobility stuff, your coordination, sequencing stuff, we want to know how strong you are or how weak you are, and we want to know how does that compare to someone within 5 years of your age? How does that compare to other guys of your ability? And how does that compare to your body weight, right? So your size. So once we do that, we're going to profile you very niche down to be able to come up with a game plan specific to you. And whether you do that in a group setting with us, a one-on-one setting with us, or whether you just take that information and run, it's going to give you the power, and it gives us certainly the power to create a program that will get you the results, as long as you stay consistent, the fastest. So, are you fast? Are you slow relative? Are you strong relative? Are you weak relative? Are you somewhere in the middle? Do you move well relative to your peers? Do you not move so well relative to your peers? Do you have past injuries that we need to work around more heavily, or are you coming into us as a completely clean slate and feeling really good? Those are a majority of the factors that we take in consideration when we're training and working with our clients. And then probably the most important, and I have failed to mention from an assessment standpoint really, is what are you looking for? What are your goals? I kind of might have alluded that to a touch, but are you looking to get 5 shots better? Are you looking to just stay healthy and recover from injury and not have a ankle, knee, hip, or back thing kind of pop up? Are you looking to be the best player in the state? Are you looking to play collegiate golf? Are you looking to win your club championship? All those obviously go into our process to make the best plan for you. So hopefully today was a little more educational, give you a bit more insight into some of the things that we're thinking about. We're going to get a little bit more nitty gritty into posting some norms and some data that we want to see our golfers hit at certain ages, so you have a little bit more perspective how you're doing relative to the guys and gals your age and just like you with some of the goals, desires, etc. Hope this was helpful. Have an awesome day.